Today, we are doing 10 ways to instantly make any speech better. Stick around. It's going to be a great video. And this all comes from the book Roulette. I'll explain that in a moment. All right, so what I do when I make these videos sometimes is I grab my book off the shelf and then I flip through and I pick a page and I say, oh man, that is some great information. I should probably make a YouTube video about that. And this opened up right on this page, and this is the 50 questions to make your speech better. And I'm just going to grab 10 of these at random, and let's see if we can help make your speeches better as well. Here's why you want to make your speech better. If you are a paid professional speaker, this is your craft. Your speech is your best marketing tool. Your speech is what is going to get you booked to speak, right? People don't book speakers. They don't, pay for a speaker. They pay for a speech. They pay for information. They pay for really the transformation that your speech brings. So if you can demonstrate on stage that you can engage an audience and that you can deliver information that is going to be transformational for that audience, that's what they pay for, right? So it is absolutely worth your time to invest your time, your energy, your effort into making your speech better. Now, I am not a speaker coach. I don't help people get better as speakers. Now, of course, my one-on-one coaching clients, I will work with them and they'll send me videos and I'll offer feedback. But, that's not my focus, other than to mention, achieve the goal of getting booked, because that is my goal. The people who work with me, they want to book paid speaking gigs, particularly for business audiences or corporate audiences, the ones that pay the high fees. You can get on those business events, main stages, right? The corporate events, the association events, the annual conferences, where you get up there and you deliver your message and you get the 5-figure checks at the end. People like that a lot. So here we go. Out of the 50 questions to make your speech better, let me scroll through and pick one. I think that one's obvious. This one makes me laugh. Do you include any self-deprecating humor? People sometimes believe that they need to be official and professional and establish all of their credentials. But one of the best ways to get within the circle of listening of your audience, because that is goal number one, get inside their circle of listening. They've got to, trust that you are a source of information, or you're a source that deserves to be listened to. Otherwise, they tune you out. And sometimes it's they like you, or sometimes it's they like your directness. Sometimes they like the promise, but you've got to get inside their circle of listening. And one of the ways to get people to like you, believe it or not, it's counterintuitive, is to make fun of yourself, is to show that you're approachable, that you're human, that you are down to earth. And also, when people laugh with you, about you, right? Shared laughter is one of the, as Victor Borge said, laughter is one of the shortest distances, is the shortest distance between people. So if you can make fun of yourself, it is a safe source of humor, all right? You don't want to be out there making fun of the CEO. You'll alienate the CEO. You don't want to be out there making fun of, certain groups of people, like, oh, those people who leave shopping carts. You alienate those people. So if you make fun of yourself, it is absolutely safe space, fair game. And I will give you a caution on this, though. This does not allow you to say racist jokes. You say, well, I'm Asian, so I can say Asian racist jokes. Well, no, you can't. It's still racist. Just because you're Asian, you can't say Asian racist jokes. That is my opinion. Let me know how you feel in the comments. All right. So the line I say in this book is, do you include any self-deprecating humor? You should. Seriously, I've seen you. You should. So a little bit of fun there. All right. Is your, let's see, is that fun? No. Is that interesting? No. Is that unique? That was one. Let's go to this one. This will be number 2. Does your introduction, not when you are being introduced, but when you are the opening of your speech, does it make the rest of your speech, make it seem like it is irresistible, must-hear information? Now, the way you do this is you describe the problems that they're experiencing. You describe a goal that they want to achieve that they can't reach. And you just connect with them on their on a shared goal and a shared vision. Hey, we all agree we want to do this. This is the thing we want to do. We all agree this thing over here, this sucks. This is painful. We want to avoid that. All right. So that is one of the ways and one of the key components of a great introduction. That's only two. We're halfway through on time. Let's make these go a little quicker. Number three, these are all question form, by the way. These are all question form. 50 questions to make your speech better. Do you come across as a sage from the stage or as a guide from the side? You don't want to be the all-knowing super genius. You want to be, listen, here's a great way to do this. I was just like you. Not very long ago, I was sitting exactly where you are. I was in this exact situation. And the only reason you're still in that situation is because you haven't been taught yet. I was lucky. I had a mentor come along and teach me. And here's my results now. But, that is a guide from the side. Audiences prefer guides to sages. What you don't want them to feel is, oh, that's great. That is really cool that you have that amazing story and that you did that. I could never do that. That is not a transformative speech. And a transformative speech is the kind that gets paid for. Is your audience likely to experience a variety of emotions during your talk? They should. Just like you should not speak in a monotone. Just like you should not speak the same pace all the way through. The emotions that your audience should experience should be varied. Let's see. Here's one. Is there a crystal clear call to action of some kind? Does the audience know exactly what you want them to think or do? Let's see. Oh, gosh. Let me put my business marketing hat on for a second and read this one. Do you give the audience an opportunity to follow up with you later for more information? Email list, social media, etc. Now, I wouldn't recommend saying for more information, follow me here. That is the least compelling call to action, right? For the 10 ways that I overcome this challenge, hit me up. For a checklist on how to make this a reality in your life that I use every single morning, put your email address in here and I'll get you that checklist, right? People like tangible, actionable, or simply like for the slides. If you want the slides today, give me your email address, but make sure that you have a way to follow up with them later. Don't hope and assume that they'll email you for a speaking gig. You should be proactive about that stuff. Here's a pet peeve of mine. Are all of your supporting materials absolutely necessary? Do you need every one of your slides or can some of them be removed? Do you absolutely need those handouts? Do you need the illustrations or the visual aids? Yes, half the audience is blind and half the audience is deaf. So it is important to have aids and visuals and those types of supporting materials. But do you need to sit there and read a slide to someone? You know what I mean? So a picture and then you describe it. That's one thing. But reading your slides makes one of those two things unnecessary. Either you don't need the slide or you don't need to read. Great quote from Drew Davis. He says, great presenters don't need their slides. Their slides need them. Cool. Let's see. Here's another one. Are you appealing to multiple learning styles? Some people are auditory, some people are visual. Like I said, half the audience is blind, half the audience is deaf, and half the audience is kinesthetic, and half the audience can't do math. It's 4 halves. Doesn't work. Okay. Interesting. Are you incorporating audience interaction? This is huge. This is huge now for the style of learning that we have. We want to be engaged. We want to be involved, right? What's that quote? Teach me, I'll forget. Show me, I might remember, but involve me and I'll understand. That's not the exact quote, but you get the idea. Let's see. I don't even know what number we're on at this point. I like this one. Do you address the audience's skepticism? I know what you might be thinking. We had a client in a case study that I want to share with you. And before they started working with us, they believed it was too expensive. They believed it wasn't worth the time, the energy, and effort. They believed it was some kind of mishmash of, voodoo magic and not really rooted in science. Here's the truth, though. Bingo, bango, bingo. Let's see. Are your transitions smooth and natural, or are they forced? You'll know that transitions are smooth and natural when they almost write themselves. So if you have a chunk of content and then another chunk of content and you're trying to bridge the gap between the two, it should almost write itself. Like a great transition is, therefore, or obviously, then we need to. What else? What else? And transitions are one of those things that most speakers forget to rehearse. So a little pro tip right there. If you have a slide that shows up on your presentation and it surprises you, like, oh yeah, that's right, we're supposed to talk about this. That is a surefire sign that rehearsals were not up to snuff. It's a surefire sign that the preparation of this speech, maybe there was a little bit of a non sequitur. Maybe that transition isn't as smooth as you had hoped it to be. So again, I don't know how many we are on here, but I will close with this one. I think it is apropos. Are you trying to teach too much information? You see, I did only include 10 ways to instantly make your speech better. And it's just by asking these questions. Did I get to 10? Was it 8? Was it 9? Was it 11? I don't know, but I don't want to teach too much information. And it's important to make sure that you can absorb and digest. And here we are in an 11-minute YouTube video. Is that going to be able to transform you into an amazing speaker? No, these are tips. These are suggestions. These are little ideas. And I do these live streams every day to help you become a more professional speaker. And guess what? Professional equals paid, right? That's what I mean by professional. Someone who earns their living doing a thing. You can act in a professional manner. You can portray yourself in a professional way. You can, conduct yourself professionally. But the real definition is are you getting paid? So get yourself subscribed to these YouTube videos. If you're watching this on Facebook, jump over to YouTube. The link is in the description. Get yourself subscribed because we do these every single day. Today's a Saturday. We're going to do it again tomorrow on Sunday. Every single day to help make you a more professional, more highly paid speaker, to get the gigs you want to get, stand on the stages you want to stand on, whether it's, hey, corporate gigs, whether it's TEDx, whether it is your ideal audience that you want to help support and serve, and yes, earn an income while doing so. You are in the right place. Get yourself subscribed and hit that little bell too. Hit that little bell because we go live basically at random times throughout the day. They do vary, and without the notifications, you'll just never know. All right, that is it. We'll speak soon tomorrow.